Hello everyone, welcome to Triaright. This is Pack 365. Myself Sujit. In this session, we are going to learn file handling in Python. Okay. So, what is file handling? How to use this concept, each and everything we are trying to deal in this session. Okay. So, guys, before going to understand this file handling, first we need to understand what is file, then only we need to handle that particular thing. Okay, in the genuine case, we can say that we need to handle a file. Okay, just like that. Okay, so first we are trying to understand what is file. Okay, so guys, file is nothing but file is a name which is given for a non-volatile memory which is available in a local disk. Okay, suppose guys, if I'm taking this test.py, this is will be a file because the file is name. It is the name because we are already provide the name as test.py. Py is the extension. Okay, file is a name which is given for a non-volatile memory because this test will be a non-volatile memory. What is called our non-volatile memory means it refers to a type of computer storage that retains data even the power is removed. Means suppose if my power is lost, still the data will be present. This is called our non-volatile memory which is available in our local disk. Means this file, all these file are available in our local disk. So in a single line you can say that file is a name which is given for a non-volatile memory which is available in local disk. Okay, so the data that's available in a file means as of now I'm just trying to take a Python file. So the Python data that's available, that is permanent. Means if I'm trying to close this one, or if I'm trying to off the power also, still the data will be available. That's why we can say that the data available in file is permanent. Okay, so the file mainly divided into two types. Okay, the first one called our text file and second one called our binary file. Okay, so what is text file and what is binary file? Okay, so text file says that these are the file which contain the data, because everything it's only containing the data only. Means it's either a text file it's containing the data. If the file will be a binary also, still it will be getting the data only. Okay, so the text file says that these are the file which contains the data in the form of character. Okay, so if I'm trying to write my name also Sujit Kumar, so Sujit Kumar is a data and this data will be containing in the form of the character. Okay, this is called our text file. Then what is the example of this text file? That is called our Python file, means the .py, then the PDF file, the .pdf, then the doc file, means this the word file, we can say that dox. These are the treated as our text file. Then what is binary file? Okay, so binary file is nothing but these are the file which contain the data in the form of bytecode. Okay, suppose if I'm trying to take an example, if I'm trying to take a picture or any jpg file or any mp3 or any mp4, these are the containing in the form of the bytecode. Okay, so these are all about our file. Now we are trying to write all the theoretical point, then only we need to understand what is our file handling, then how to handle our file. Means the file are text file and binary file. Okay, so now we are trying to write. So what is file? Okay, so file is a name which is given for a non-volatile memory. Okay, non-volatile memory. So we try to write the non-volatile. What is non-volatile? Okay, first I need to write the definition of file only. Okay, so non-volatile memory which is available, okay, which is available in local disk. Okay, then the data available in file, the data, okay, the data available, okay, available in the file is permanent. Okay, means the power off or any error will be happen, still the data will be present. Okay, then the next one, files are divided into, okay, divided into two types, divided into two types. Okay, the first one called our text file, okay, and the second one called our binary file. Okay, then first we are trying to write what is text file. Okay, so text file says that these are, so these are the file which contains, okay, these are the file which contains the data, which contain the data in the form of character, in the form of, in the form of character. Okay. Now the next one called our the examples of our text file. Okay. So the example of our .py. Then if I try to take .pdf. Okay. Then the next one .dox. Okay. And the last one called our .json. Okay. So these are the different files, or we can say that text file that's available. Okay. So now the next one, what is called our binary file. Okay, so binary file says that these are the file. Okay, so these are the file which contains, okay, which contain the data, okay, contain the data in the form of, in the form of bytecode. Okay, in the form of bytecode. And the example of our bytecode will be, example will be .png, then .jpeg, okay, then .mp3, then mp4. Okay, so these are the different binary file and text file that's available in Python. Okay, so now we are trying to understand, if file we have, then what is called our handling. So file handling says that these are the process of opening the file and performing some operation and closing it. Okay, suppose if I am a text file, okay, I want to open or I want to performing some operation. Okay, so what are the different type of operation that's available, also we are trying to see now. Okay, so the file handling says that this is the process of opening the file and performing some operation and close a file. Okay, so to access the file using Python, file handling has access specifier, or we can say that access modifier for text file as well as the binary file. Okay, means if I try to open a text file or any PDF file or any doc file, we have a concept called file handling, and we have some concept called our access specifier. Means by the help of our access specifier, we need to get the data, because this file will contains the data only. Okay, so how to do that we are trying to see now. Okay, so next point will be file handling. What is called our file handling? So come to the next page. So file handling. Okay, so yeah, what is file handling? So file handling is nothing but this is the process of, okay, this is the process of opening a file and performing some operation, performing some operation and closed it, and closed it. Then the next point, to access, okay, to access the file using Python file handling, using Python file handling, okay, file handling has access specifier. Okay, access specifiers, or we can say that access modes for text file, for text file, as well as, as well as the binary file also. Okay, so what are the access specifier that's available for our text file as well as the binary file? First we need to write, then only each line we are trying to dealing with that. Okay, so now we are trying to write all the access mode, or we can say that the specifier. Okay, so the text file access specifier, first I need to write text file access specifiers. Okay, so the first one called our read. Okay, so to represent this read, you need to write in the form of our quotation mark. Okay, single quotation. Inside this you need to write. Okay, so here I need to write in the quotation mark. Okay, so inside this I need to write, so just a second. So a, then here I need to write, okay, inside the a, this will be represent our read. Means suppose if I'm trying to read a text file, at that time we need to use the access specifier called our r. Okay, now the second one, the second access mode will be w. So what is the use case of this w will be, right, if I'm having a text file and I want to write something inside this by the help of our Python concept. Okay, you can directly add the text file, but here we are trying to use this Python concept. Okay, then the third access specifier will be append. Okay, so the third one called our append. So each and everything we are trying to discuss more about on that. So first I need to write all the access specifier only. Okay, then the next one called our exclusive. Okay, so here I need to write, to represent this you need to write your exclusive. Okay, so these are the available text access specifier. Okay, means the text file access specifier. Then what is the binary access specifier? Now I try to write. So in this case, if I try to open a binary file to read something, you need to write your RB. Okay, you read binary. Okay, now if I try to write in your binary file, okay, these are for the text file. Now if I try to write in your binary, so here you need to write WB, here you need to write binary. Okay, now the next one called our append binary. Okay, A, okay, AB. So here you need to write append binary. Okay, so these are the access specifier that's available in case of our text file or binary file. Then after getting a file, how to use this one? Okay, so to access a file in Python, we need to use a inbuilt function that is called our open method. Okay, so here I need to write, to access, okay, to access a file in Python, to access a file in Python, give one built-in method, okay, built-in method which is open method. Okay, means if I try to open or performing any access specifier, first you need to use your open method. Without using open, you cannot performing anything, means the access specifier, also the binary also. Okay, so then this open function or open method will take one mandatory argument which take the file name with the extension and create a file object. Okay, so now I try to use this concept to understand this one. Okay, now here it will be saying that if my requirement will be I want to open a text file. Okay, so make sure that you need to create a folder. So here in my case I'm just try to create a folder called file. Inside this file I'm just try to create a file called test.py. Inside this file, I'm just trying to create a sample.txt file. Okay, so one file will be called our Python and the second one called our sample.txt. Okay, so now my requirement will be I want to access this sample.txt in my Python. So to use this one, we have a one option that is called our open function. Okay, so this open function will taking one mandatory argument that is called our file name with the extension. So here my extension will be txt. So here you need to provide the txt also and this open function will return, or we can say that it will be create a file object. Okay, so first we are try to use this open, and here you need to use the file name in the form of our quotation mark. So here my file name will be our sample.txt. Okay, after this, if I'm try to run this one, it will be not performing anything, but it will be return me a object. Okay, so to store that I need to create a variable. So here I need to write file object I need to store. Okay, so now my requirement will be I want to get the name of the file. Okay, as of now I want to know the name of the file I'm trying to get open. Okay, so in this case, to know the file name, we have a method name called our name. Okay, so how to use by the help of our object reference. So here my object reference will be fog dot name. Okay, so now if I'm trying to run this one, so here it will be give me the file name. The file name will be sample.txt. Okay, now if I try to check the file that I am trying to open in which mode. Okay, the modes are our read mode, write mode, append mode, exclusive mode. Okay, so at that time you need to use one more method that is called mode. Okay, so how to use the simple thing, you need to use your object reference dot the mode. Okay, so this mode will be treated like a method. Okay, now if I'm trying to run this one, so here it will be displaying me as R means the read, means here we are trying to just reading that particular thing. Now if I'm trying to use a encoding means UTF. Okay, so at that time if I'm trying to use this one, this is a for standard format. Okay, so now here if I'm just trying to check the encoding, so if the file object dot encoding. Okay, as of now if I try to run this one, here it will be give me that UTF code. Okay, so this is all about our file handling and what is file. In the upcoming session we are try to use this mode. Okay, these are the different mode how to use in case of our text file. Then after completion all the modes, then only we need to deep down into our binary files. Okay guys, so that's all for this session. Thanks for watching. Triaright.